Brothers, this is Dr. Phil Chavez of the Men's Academy. The Mount Vernon estate here above the Potomac River stands as an iconic historic site in honor of George Washington. Under his direction, Mount Vernon was a model estate in the colonies. As his lands expanded, his farming empire under cultivation spanned over 3,500 acres. Now, Washington's study of agriculture was diligent. His accounting about it was exacting, and he experimented with different tools and techniques that even he designed. He envisioned an expanding nation of successful farmers and sought a transformation of American agriculture. But in 1775, Washington accepted command of the colonial forces in the American Revolution against the British. And despite great obstacles, he led his nation to independence, not so much by his skill in battle or his savvy in politics, but by his character and determination. He later became the first president of the United States in 1789 by unanimous consent, and later became known as the father of his country. As a military leader, Washington understood the necessity of strict discipline, and as an example, he put himself under a higher standard than he did his own men. That is, he demanded more from himself than he did his own troops. The challenges he faced were tremendous, given the colonies had no solid infrastructure, no real organization or supplies. In opposition, Washington faced a wealthy British, well-trained military power backed by the world's greatest navy. But perhaps, however, the main obstacle was not so much the British, was the incompetency of Congress as well as the ineptitude of his own troops. Holding strong, he once said, "The harder the conflict, the greater the triumph." Now, given hardships of weather, poor pay, and inadequate sustenance, Washington saw the men within his ranks dwindle regularly. And so yet his leadership, with clarity of motive, his firmness of intention, he kept his troops in the fight. And despite several losses on the battlefield, nonetheless, oftentimes with swift action and clever maneuvering, Washington initiated some daring and surprising sieges that redeemed the cause of the revolution. And in the most exacting conditions, he considered that his success was owed often to his capacity for inspiring loyalty rather than attention to strategy. In his own words, he lived what he stated: "Perseverance and spirit have done wonders in all ages." Now, Washington endured strong until the end, even till his last words on December 14, 1799. "It is well, I die hard, but I am not afraid to go." Brothers, his was a life by which greatness rose through the pressing needs of his country, as opposed to any ambitions. And while deserving the greatest acclaim, this man of many talents professed, "I would rather be on my farm than be the emperor of the world." Brothers, God be with you.